everybody, this is Sean V. Bradley, CEO of Dealer Synergy, and I am your host for Make Money Mondays. That's right, people, it is Monday. Hey everybody, this is Sean V. Bradley, CEO of Dealer Synergy, and it is Make Money Mondays time. We are here at Zeigler BMW Of Orland Park in beautiful, beautiful Orland Park, which is right outside of Chicago. This is a 22 rooftop dealer group, $21 million facility, 65,000 square feet. Look at this, this place is a palace. They got the cafe, fireplace. I actually bought my BMW X6M from this facility right here, and they actually delivered it free of charge to my home. $108,000 BMW X6M rare vehicle, and this place is just off the hook. What I'm doing here is they actually brought me in to train their entire showroom sales team. I'm going to repeat that. They had me train their entire showroom sales team. They had everybody here split into two classes, half the salespeople, half the managers for a 3-hour class, and then the other half of the salespeople, another half of the managers in the other 3-hour class. We're doing a tremendous amount of video production here. We're doing video search engine optimization content, value package proposition, walk-arounds, comparisons, salesman videos. Now we're going to go interview the internet director and one of his top coordinators. So let's take a walk with me. So again, this is BMW of Orland Park, a Zeigler Auto Group. Let's go this way. Take a look. This place is gorgeous. Look at this. All right, we're going to go around here. Hello. You buying a BMW? Okay, so now this is where all the salesmen's area is over here. Take a look. They're working, they're making moves, they're selling automobiles. This is where the internet department is, right over here. This is where DJ Snyder, the internet director, is at. But now we're going to go in the back. We're going to have a quick meeting. So, DJ.
What's up, my friend?
All right, look who's here. We got DJ Snyder.
DJ, shut the door.
All right, cool. Where's the internet coordinator?
We had to let her go. Wasn't working out. She wasn't following the 4 Ps. Had to cut her.
No, he's kidding.
No, really. I'm serious.
Stop
No. She's getting something. She's right there.
Okay, good.
She's making a phone call.
All right, so what I want to do is this, is I want to basically have a conversation with you, sir. Look in the camera. This is going to be on automotive internet sales. This might even be on automotive digital training platform. This is just a phenomenal facility. So just tell us about the Auto Group.
Auto Group, it's amazing, and I'm not even kissing up. I mean, it starts with this gentleman that's walking down this hallway right now. We were bought out in early August of 2013 and by the Zeigler Auto Group. Since they've come in here, momentum has shifted. We cannot say enough. We have been freed. We are good to go. Great organization. Hey, here's the reason why we're so great.
So we're going to do a jump cut. Say hello really quick.
Okay, we're heading over.
So you jumped in the video. We're actually doing a huge interview.
I want you guys to listen. We have Tony Stark, the Iron Man.
Oh, okay, Iron Man. Okay, Andrew, you got to turn on and put like the movie like side by side in the video, just for Tony Stark. Watch, we're gonna do that if that's okay with you.
So what makes Zeigler BMW Of Orland Park so great? Tony Stark. Yeah, match that. You can't. Raphael, do you hear that? Downtown LA? No, we have
Gonzalez,
Tony.
that's a shout out.
Yeah.
Robert Wiseman, any of the Danny Benitez, this is it.
Yeah,
so
Macho Man Randy Savage, Wiseman, can't handle it.
We're just doing a quick interview. Question for you though, you guys are incredibly successful. It's just, this is not normal, this is not average, this is something special. You gotta understand, I'm in dealerships all over the country every week, and I'm telling you from my experience, this is not normal what you have here. It's not just BMW. I've worked with a lot of BMW dealerships. I've seen a lot of BMW dealerships. You have something special. In your opinion, why are you so successful with this dealer group and specifically the BMW of Orland Park? What is the combination that you feel as the general manager? What makes you so successful here?
Well, I think coming in to the dealership with, what do we have, 82 employees that I was unaware of, didn't know, and just based on my business philosophy and what I've learned in 32 years of being in the car business is number one. Number one, my model at my dealership was treat people like they want to be treated. So I always treated people with respect. I always asked all my employees never to do anything that I wouldn't do for them, whether it's put the license plate on, wash the car, whatever it is. So if I build that philosophy and mentality that I'm here to encourage and help them, that they will respect me, number one, and that we'll work together, not work for each other. They don't work for me. I want to work as a servant to them. Anything I can do to help them make a deal or sell a car. But with that theory in the whole atmosphere, we changed the attitude here. The attitude here was totally down. I mean, it was more like, geez, I'm just trying to explain how it was, DJ, but I mean, it was just flat. You walk in here, there was no enthusiasm. Nobody really was excited about coming into work, and I wanted to change that. And I think just coming in here, that was the biggest job that I had, is try to change the attitude. And when people ask me, hey, what's the hardest part of your job? And I always say, it's always trying to keep everybody's head on straight, and keeping everybody motivated and pumped up. And I get a charge out of trying to do that, having positive attitudes every day with everybody. And I got my hats off to you, a little bit off subject, but when you think about what you do and what you present, I've seen a lot of trainers, and how you present yourself and how you train and how you motivate everybody in the meeting is just, it's phenomenal. But what happens is with most trainers is they hear it, we get all pumped up, we go back to the dealership, and it lasts for about a week. And then we go right back to what we used to do. You give us a plan, you give us a workbook, and you give us a way to get there, and you showed everybody today, this is exactly how you do it, because I'm doing it right now. So the buy-in is even deeper. So they can go back and really make that work, and that is strong stuff.
I appreciate that. I got to tell you, what you said is really special about the attitude. It reminds me of Danny Benitez with the servant.
It's when we were at your Internet 20 group, and actually I shared that video with Danny Benitez to Bill here. But I was fortunate to go to the 20 group, and I always believe that it's strong that you bring a higher up with you. So we brought Bob, our general sales manager.
Thank God. Thank you.
When we saw Danny, his culture, I mean, Danny talks, and it's, who's talking? Let me watch this guy. Let me stand. It reminds me of this group. So it's good to see people like Danny, but it was even better. Like when Bill came, it was flat. Bill came in here and he encouraged us to share ideas. He encourages us to fail, to go for broke, because it's okay. That's how we're going to grow. It's how we're going to overcome obstacles and hurdles. I mean, we all felt kind of like cuffed and weighed down. And he came in and he spent time. I mean, this is a general manager. Started selling cars in '99 when I was 19. I'm 33 now. I have never met a GM that spends so much time with our customers. He's in on every deal. I tease the guy because I'm going to sue him because I'm going to be overweight. He brings in cookies and brownies. Like it's the culture and the atmosphere.
Is that what happened?
That's what happened right here. No, but it's the atmosphere here. We don't just want to make money. We want to treat people well. And it starts from him. It's funny. He says he couldn't do it without us, and we say we couldn't do it without him. But that's the true respect. It's like I shake this guy's hand, I hug this guy. Who hugs their GM? Nobody out there has ever hugged their GM. They're intimidated by the GM. I love this guy. Like he's a true friend, and like he's a big reason of why we're successful.
Well, I want to transition to something because this is really important, and I don't want to monopolize your time.
No.
This is what I'm, the next part. I appreciate that. The next part is really critical. I want you to hear what I'm going to say. So many internet departments, BDCs, fail because the management and ownership is not bought in. Sure. And again, I want you to talk about that in a second. I'm going to cue you up because I really think it's imperative. Part of the reason why I think that you're successful is I think there's a couple parts. I think I'm going to take a little bit of ownership, maybe 30% of the success is because I've gave you that roadmap. But I think part of it is having a good internet director, having somebody to keep the wheels on the track. But it doesn't matter how smart, how successful I am. It doesn't matter how good the desire intent of your director is. If the executive management team does not buy in, does not support, does not hold the others accountable. Can you please talk about it as a GM? How critical is it executive or ownership buy-in to any type of initiative, but especially as something as new and complex as the internet or BDC? What is your thoughts?
I can't agree more. I mean, if it doesn't start at the top, I mean, everything starts really with me here at the store. So I can control the whole atmosphere, basically. And whatever my buy-in is on anything that we do at the store is really going to reflect into everybody in the store. And that's why I sit through the training and I don't blow it off and think it's not important, because it is important. After 32 years, I'm amazed what I've learned in 4 months just being in the Zeigler Auto Group. It's rounded me more as a dealer, as a manager, as a leader, in how to work with my people and how to help our people. I mean, if we don't buy into the fact that what we're spending our money on, what are we doing it for? If we don't do it ourselves and believe that it's going to work, it just is, talking with Aaron today about where do we take this? I said, don't worry, we'll be building it bigger, because I'm going to prove to him we're going to get it there, because I believe it. I believe we're going to get it there. And this is something I've never seen or been exposed to before. So all of that said, if it starts with me, it'll filter down to my GSM and down to my sales managers and down to the rest of my team. And that's the key. And if everybody knows that I'm with them all the way through, they want to be here and they want to work at the system as hard as they can to be successful. And it makes them feel good because they know I care about what's going on, because I believe in it.
I cannot stress to you what that man just said is paramount, colossal. It is the truth, because you're hearing from a great car guy, from an automotive professional that was a dealer principal, owned his own organization, has been doing this for tons of years. And you heard it right out of his mouth. You have to have executive buy-in. What you might be shocked at is that I've trained over 8,000 people, and 2,000 have been dealer principals and GMs. And dealers will cut checks. Come on, we're friends right now. You know how many dealers will cut a check for $20,000, $30,000 to try something and then half-ass do it? It's $20,000, $30,000. They do it every day, all the time. You know it too. Is that dealers will cut a check to try something. The second it doesn't work, even what Aaron said, Can you talk about that for a second? Because this is true. This is the epidemic of other dealerships, is that they'll try something, but their heart's not into it. They're just waiting for the magic beans or the unicorn. And when the horn doesn't manifest, it's like, let's blow it up.
Well, I think before Bill steps in, a big thing that we kind of live by here, and it's something he teaches every day, that there's a lot of great ideas, but it's the execution, it's the follow through. And I come to Bill, I probably annoy Bill more than he'd ever admit. What about this? What about this? What about this? What about this? That's a great idea, but we have to follow through. It's a great idea, but we have to follow through. So you're willing to put your time and effort into an investment. You're not willing to put your time and effort into an expense. And as long as I can put an idea in front of him and he sees it as an investment, like, okay, we're going to go build this BDC room. We're going to go spend X amount of money on this. What am I getting out of it, or what's it going to cost me? And dealers see it as an expense because they built it, but they haven't followed through. I say this to you all the time. I'm close to your guy Joe Calla and Anthony. I believe these departments fail off of your two P's, your 4 P's, the people and the process. If it's worked before, all I have to do is continue to, not, as you use the word Frankenstein, but I have to push my people every day for, as Joe Calla says, perfect practice. I get off track. It might take me a week to realize that we're giving up prices. You know what I mean? Because I get caught up in my flow, and I got to reel them back in. I got to go back down to the basics. And it might be annoying, but it's that tedious effort. It's the difference of, do I take 100 shots, or do I take 300 shots to make those 100 shots? And that's what continues to propel my department, and why I will, as a group, we will get to where we want to go.
And DJ, you got to look at the department. What is the department going to make you, not what is it going to cost you?
Exactly.
Right. How much is this department going to generate? And whatever expense that we incur by bringing all these employees on. In fact, I just went through that with Aaron. And I said, listen, DJ drank the 55-gallon drum of Kool-Aid.
Orange Kool-Aid.
Orange Kool-Aid from Sean. And I said, I'm right behind him with the straw, sucking up the remnants of it, because I bought in too. And I told him that. And I said, listen, I understand where you're coming from. He's had a bad experience with it before. But I'm going to prove to him going forward that this is money well spent, and money that we're going to earn, that he's going to blow his mind.
Right.
And then once he sees this thing and how we're doing it, because we're doing it totally different than what his old stores did. Not because of me, because of you guys.
Because of us. It's all
because of us.
It's
but
us.
I picked up on it. So we're going to take it to the next level. And I believe in this brand, in this market, this is an absolute no-brainer. The only way to go to try to drive traffic. Absolutely. And I told my old store that I sold, this is the way you gotta go. In a sleepy town in Clinton, Michigan, where you got the llamas kitty corner from the parking lot.
There's one in the wild.
Yeah, well, they might be able to buy a car, I don't know. The farmer's got a lot of money, but seriously, I mean, I told him, he goes, well, I don't think I can afford it. I said, look, you gotta hear it. You gotta really see it. Forget all the rest of the advertising that you do. My son's been pounding in my head for the last 5 years.
I'm going to transition to off of what you just said. From Franklin Covey, from the 7 Habits of High Effective People, Dr. Covey had one principle that just blew me away. And it's the whole 3rd habit about putting first things first. You have to be careful of distractions disguised as opportunities. So what we need to ask ourselves, whether it's an individual, even if you're an individual automotive professional, if you're a GM, you're a director, you're a video production, I'm a CEO, whatever our little titles are, we all have our own situations. We got to ask ourselves one thing. What is the one thing that we could do to dramatically enhance our situation? What is the one thing that we could do to evolve our current situation? Respectfully, the one thing that you could do to have a dramatic, magnified result at this organization is the internet department. Yes, there's a lot of little things that you could do, from service, showroom sales management, used cars, new cars, finance, blah, 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 blah. But if you look at all those things, they're little things. There's nothing at your doorstep right now, sir, not one thing that's more powerful with a dramatic, magnified effect like getting this internet department off the ground. Because really quickly, you could put net 30, 40, 50 units at a freaking BMW dealership, because you could start pillaging Chicago. You could start conquesting Lexus, Mercedes, Audi, Infiniti, all these other brands. So I definitely think we're all on the right track. So I'm excited to continue sharing your success. I'm excited to watch you build this team from the outside looking in, because as a consultant, this right here, what we're doing, is how I step my game up. I like doing interviews with successful organizations. I even like doing interviews with people that suck. Even a broken clock is right twice a day. So right or wrong, I like to see what's working, what's not working, and I like to synergize. I like to see what is making you successful so I could share that information with other dealers. And then when I find out what's working for them, I'm going to bring it to your doorsteps. Thank you so much for watching this week's episode of Make Money Mondays. If you like this week's episode of Make Money Mondays, you're going to love all the content on Automotive Digital Training. So please go to automotivedigitaltraining.com and sign up today. And if you've got any questions, please feel free to call me on my cell phone at area code 267-319-6776. Yes, that's really my cell phone. Don't put it on any bathrooms or anything. Thank you. Bye.